Advanced Videography Tutorial Part 1 Camera Movement. This video will teach camera techniques and shot styles that require certain equipment to achieve. Investing in this equipment is a prerequisite for shooting at this advanced level. These techniques are part of the shot vocabulary of modern television formats and should be used with discretion, matching the shot type to the right subject matter. Using the slider. The slider can be used with any video-equipped camera you have. The slider allows a camera to be moved in a way that makes different objects in the frame move in relation to each other and to the camera. So it relies for its effect on having a variety of subjects at different depths in the frame, starting from close to the camera. So composition is crucial to an effective slider shot. Take your ball or fluid head off the tripod and mount your slider on top of your tripod. You can also mount the slider on top of the fluid head, which allows you to vary the angle. Ensure it is steady and secure. Attach your camera to the slider by mounting the head onto the slider base plate. This allows you to lock off the angle of the camera and execute the movement. Composing the shot. For any slider shot, you must have some kind of object in the foreground. Compose the shot by starting with the end frame you want, then arrange the position of the slider so you arrive at this point. Set up the starting frame. As with the pan shot, shoot a 3-second static handle, then smoothly at a medium speed, slide the camera to the finishing frame and hold for 3 seconds. Don't finish the movement abruptly, but bring it smoothly to rest. By changing the direction of the travel in relation to the subject, you can create interesting perspectives. You can travel parallel to the subject so things move through frame. You can travel in a diagonal line, 45 degrees to the subject, which leads the eye into the main subject. You can travel directly in, which is a very dramatic statement to make about the subject. You can travel away from the subject, which has an altogether different feeling, and is good for concluding a series of shots, as it has a finality about it. Performing a reveal. One of the most effective compositions of the travelling shot is the reveal. You literally reveal the subject which has been hidden by another element. This is very effective for rooms and open spaces. Compose your shot by placing one end of the slider where the camera is hidden from the main view behind another surface which is close to the lens. At the other end of the slider, make sure you have cleared the masking object and check your composition of the final frame. You will need to disengage the auto functions so they stay set to the exposure and focus of this final frame. Press the star button at the top right of the back of the camera. The exposure is now locked. Adjust manually if necessary. Now check focus on this frame. You will now need to disengage the autofocus as you don't want the camera to change focus mid-shot from the masking object to the final frame. On the G12, on the function set ring, press MF. The autofocus is now disengaged to ensure the final frame stays correctly focused. On a DSLR camera lens, set the focus function button to manual. Now practice the reveal sliding movement and, if happy, shoot several versions modulating the sliding speed and stopping until you are satisfied. Conversely, rather than hiding the subject, the reveal can come as the subject appears in the foreground, framed out until the last minute. The slow close-up pan. This simple technique is ideal for slower subjects where you want to show details or products in a televisual way. You must have a tripod and good fluid video head. Set up and frame the shot attractively so the subject matter spills out of the frame anywhere from medium to close-up framing depending on the subject. Grip the tripod and brace it with your left hand. With the right index finger, apply pressure close to the butt of the pan bar until you achieve a slow and very controlled rotation of the head. Due to the closeness of the force to the fulcrum, it takes considerable effort, and this achieves a very slow, smooth pan. The shot should be 10 seconds long and will be used for crossfades with similar slow studied shots. The whip pan. This technique is very common to reality television and live music shows. It is designed to give energy and dynamism to a subject, to capture the flavour of a dynamic event. It is appropriate for live events such as parties, music, nightclubs, or sporting or adventure activities that are fast moving. It is a handheld move and consists of moving the camera from one clearly composed frame very quickly and cleanly to another. The movement should not be random but very precise, with each frame being a clear, interesting composition or subject. The movement lasts barely a second as you whip the camera around, and the finishing frame should be held. A sequence of these kinds of shots can make for a very dynamic and energetic video if that's what the subject dictates. Only use this technique where it absolutely fits with the subject matter, and be sure to get other styles of shot such as general views and close-ups. All of these shots are technically demanding, and you should take the time to practice each shot and shoot several of each so the editor can choose the best rhythm and framing for the video. Happy shooting!